work in SAP industry, right? So my name is Arindam. I am from Oswego Learning Team, and today we have a very senior industry team member, Mr. Avijit Datta, who has more than 15 years of experience with various multinational companies. He will be sharing his experience and how a person from a domain background can get into IT and especially in SAP and join IT industry. He'll be focusing on this area. We have with us Mr. Shamiran Bhomik. Shamiran is our ex-student and he is one of the brightest example how a person from a sales background can get into IT industry and work in MNCs, right? And finally, we'll also go through the Oswego advantages, our training methodology, our placement support, and how we help our students to get certified and get engaged in eminent companies like IBM, TCS, and others in our domain, right? So, with this, welcome all of you again in this seminar of Oswego Learning. I'll hand over the session to Avijit. Avijit will take you through the most of the slides in this session, and later on I'll take it over again. Right? Avijit, is that okay with you?
Hello, is my voice is audible to everyone?
Yes, yes, Avijit.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, Thank you, Arindam, and good evening, all. I hope you are good uh, in this time, COVID-19 time, and safe and secure in your home. So I will start from my side to give you the some industry background and how SAP is positioning from their side in the marketplace, and we how we can leverage ourselves as a career from domain to SAP industry, and to be to make very frequent, it is a very lucrative industry to as a career itself. uh, and I would simultaneously thanks Orindam and the team also team to give my point of view and my feedback for this webinar. Thank you. So, so just to give you my background, and I have spent my more than 15 years in the SAP world, from support consultant to implementation consultant to solution architect point of view. So it is a last 15 years my journey, and it is a very fulfilling journey from my side. And if I look into the industry, it is also a knowledgeable industry, and it value the knowledge, and it is a very fulfilling career, I would say, from SAP point of view. So I'll cover up from SAP background put to set up the context behind this. Uh, 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 to set up the context behind that, we just need to go through the ERP market, because SAP is a ERP vendor, and how the market is evolving, and how SAP is also positioning themselves side. So this are some of my topic, and once we go gradually, we can leverage out our time, and we can see how much we can make our question answer. So from my side, we'll start from ERP market to set all the context, and everybody put in same plate. So in ERP is a enterprise resource planning, uh, which actually is a platform where all the companies who are manufacturing or service industry or any other industry, they are using ERP, because they're have different department like sales, inventory, finance, and HR, shop floor execution, and production planning. So take any company name, those who are in service industry or goods industry, manufacturing industry, or oil industry, they need to have their ERP, because it is actually a platform where all their data point are collected, and all their reporting, their direction, their decision has been taken place on those things. And if you consider all the big organization which have a footprint in the globally, in different continent, different region, different country, they need to have some sort of system, so that their board can get those reports, as well as their all the data points to take the future steps. So that is why ERP is so much essential part of their journey in any organization. Now, in this ERP market, we have a different vendor. So, in ERP market, we have a different vendor called SAP, Oracle, Workday for HR, Microsoft Dynamics. Ban is now out of market right now. And if we consider also some Indian ERP player, which is Ramco, uh, we know Tally ERP is only a small and medium enterprise. So these are the very different product, and different they have their different market size, and in the ERP market. So so if you see that SAP is positioning themselves is a for the all the large organization who are in the in the global presence, in the and very market leader, they want to have their scalability as well as agility, so they can change their platform very smooth and quickly as per the market demand. So so SAP is positioning themselves in the very high, and we also see that that is positioning in the Gartner Magic Quadrant in the ERP market. SAP is a market leader from that aspect. Now now it is not we are saying, or SAP what is market saying. Some data point we also get from the ERP domain. So if you look into the SAP, how SAP is positioning, you can in the right side you can see their 2020 financial result in the first quarter. So when we all faces challenges in this COVID era, in between SAP has their published their result, and that result is also so much positive. And if we look into the board meeting, and SAP uh, SAP is looking for their digital transformation, and SAP is playing company SAP. Every company is looking to move their digital footprint, and we also understand that, right? Current days we also making a webinar. We are not in physically touch with each and every one, but we are working from home, and we are working and business as usual. If you do business as usual in the COVID situation also, we need to have our digital footprint. My business process should be also digitally enabled, so that every business process can be happen in this area. And the future also, we seen that there are a lot of digital transformation project are coming in their roadmap. And COVID, to be very frank, to COVID-19 has accelerated this digital footprint for the all the organization. So moving ahead, I just wanted to take you through every person in this in this webinar, that how the SAP product journey has started. So SAP start their own journey from 1970. So so it is a, you can say, more than 40 years aged organization. And initially it was a SAP R1. R1 means tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 kind of things. So so in the journey, the market change, how the market change, their demand change, everything is changing. They also evolving their product range. So to cater the market demand, as well as to make their footprint in the in the ERP area as a market leader. So if we look into the journey from SAP side, from 1970 they have started with R1, which is a architecture one, and they move to, in 90s they move into R3 which is a three tier architecture. uh, and then 2015-16 around, they are moving in the S4 HANA journey. They started with the S4 HANA journey. So they because in 2015-16 we see the data is our oil, business oil, and we see there a lot of changes happening in the marketplace. So blockchain is coming, machine learning is coming, AI is coming, which is more on data point of view, as well as SAP also need to change their architecture. So they change their product portfolio itself to handle this demand. And 2016 they have started their journey into S4 HANA, and currently we are in 2020, and SAP has a clear direction, and SAP has given the direction that 2027 they will stop all their ECC, which is a tier 3 R3 architecture. They will stop giving support. So within 2027, all the organization who are running on the ECC, they need to move in the S4 HANA, which is their new new roadmap and new product portfolio. So we have 7 years in our hand to whole globally move to S4 HANA, and that is how we see the demand rising on this area, and which is SAP S4 HANA known area. Those who are taking advantage to know this product portfolio, and they can put their career, and they can put their their themselves in the SAP HANA journey itself. And and believe me, all the big organization, those who are not in S4 HANA, they are having their roadmap settle in 2023 or 2022 to move in the SAP HANA journey, so that 2027 is the last chance to move those things. So that is the takeaway from this slide. Now now if we look into the SAP product portfolio, we find there are three vertical. One vertical is SAP functional module, SAP technical module, and there are also cloud product is SAP is, because you all know the cloud is coming in the big way. So functional module, those who are from domain background, they can utilize their domain knowledge in functional. Technical module, those who are from technical background, they can come into the SAP technical module. And cloud product is those who don't want, the cloud product is also from functional module, but we put it in a separate category, because it is somewhere actually SAP is not giving anyone to do their own customization. It is very much control and governance is from the SAP side. So if you consider the functional module, technical module, you will have sales and distribution, material management. These are the functional module. Finance and controlling, product planning. Those who are from production background, they can do the production planning. Those who are from project side, project civil, it can be civil project, erection project, all those coming in the PS system. And material management, those who are from uh, material background, which is a logistic background, they can come into the side. And sales and distribution, those who are from sales background, who are from sales or customer relationship management, those who are can jump into the things. And those who are from technical module, technical, those who are from engineering background, know the coding and everything, they can utilize, leverage the technical modules. Now now considering the SAP consultant role in the market, we have different consultant. I already cover the functional and technical module so so we have different SAP user. If we consider that, so we categorize as a three kind of user in SAP market. So one is SAP end user, one is SAP super user, and one is SAP consultant, who those actually go and implement their SAP implementation, SAP tool for the company. Now individual, if I come into the category of this user, I can find that there is three very much demarcation from the user side of. So if I consider that one company who is doing implementation of SAP, they they require SAP consultant. They actually need someone who can understand the client business pain point, uh, uh, understand the client business, and map it their business process. Sorry, map it their business process in the SAP tool itself. Now, in the SAP end user point of view, those company who are implementing their SAP, they also need SAP known person who can run the show. So if you know SAP and you are in working in the some organization which are run, you can take the FMCG name, any FMCG name they run in there. So you also know how to run the SAP, how to extract the report, how to if there is any issue, they also handle those things. And another category is SAP super user, so which we called as a power user, and they are actually know business as well as SAP knowledge also. So they actually know from they are coming from the those who companies who are SAP uh, in the business domain on that particular industry for more than 20 years, and they also try to learn the SAP so that they can understand their SAP problems and how they can handle this problem through SAP or through process or through outside of SAP. So they actually take the decision and come to the SAP whether it is handled through SAP or not. Now this is the my left side of SAP users. And another in the right side, there are functional consultant, there are technical consultant, and we have also said that SAP basis consultant. So functional consultant actually uh, comes from the implementation background and implementation side. So suppose our organization is Procter and Gamble. Now Procter and Gamble gives their ERP implementation to Accenture or IBM. So those those are coming under the functional consultant who understand the domain knowledge, as well as they are a technical consultant, though having a coding background, they understand the coding, how to make the logic and make the business process change and tweak on that. And apart from that, we have a basis consultant who actually take care of the total system. What is the sizing of the SAP? What should be my it backbone is on premises or cloud? We should go for cloud. Those are basis consultant. As well as we have a security consultant apart. Those actually check which role and which transaction code have their which user will have which transaction code. So these are a very broad level category of SAP consultant available in the I'll take a pause I'll give a thought. We will take everyone question at the end of the our our session, so that you can park those questions and we can handle those questions simultaneously. And we'll also collect those answer and collect those question, and we'll publish those question for the larger mass, so that everybody is having answer of those questions, which is a very frequently asking question. Is that okay, Oriman?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely fine, Avijit. Please go ahead.
Okay, okay. So going ahead, so we have seen there are some cloud component in the SAP also, and these are very niche product in the SAP market, and SAP doesn't give any option for on premise. It is the cloud product. SAP is providing vanilla customization, and they are giving any limited scope to change. So if you consider SAP success factor, which is coming from HR background, all the talent acquisition, all the training are comes into the success factor. Now, SAP field class is a very niche area. Those who are having a contingent worker. Contingent worker means though are doing a project resource. Those are very much available for SAP field class. And SAP Ariba is supplier relationship management, which is uh, which is a upper version of SAP MM, and it caters the sourcing, it caters the vendor management and everything. And in this slide all are cloud products. So companies, those who are available utilizing this kind of feature, they need to have this cloud component, and they integrate this cloud component into their core SAP area. Going ahead with this SAP landscape point of view. Now, we have three landscape, three kind of landscape generally. Now, some organization also put a four landscape point of view. I'll come to later on that. Now, if we check the SAP system landscape, we have a development landscape where actually functional and technical, all those consultant are doing changes, doing their R&D, doing their unit testing. Everything is happening in the development server. And 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 once we are satisfied with the changes, and we are satisfied with the test result, we take those changes to quality server. Now, after quality, we also do the integration testing. So suppose in particular module, in suppose our SD module or sales and distribution module, we have done some changes. Now that changes is not impacting other changes, other fi changes or changes, or there is creating a fi document. It is not impacting some fi changes. We do the integration testing in the quality. Once the quality, we are assured that whatever we have done our changes, and we more assure that is the test result is with the business requirement and business satisfaction, then only we change the production server. So whatever changes we happen in the development and quality approved, then that is moved in the production. And production, as we know, that it is business ownership, and all the business are happening in the production. So which is not tested, not confirmed, that changes does not move to production environment. So this is, and I wanted to mention some organization also do the pre-production kind of things. So so pre-production have their own advantage as well as disadvantage. Disadvantage means from industry side or company side, they also sizing a pre-production which is a similar kind of production. So all the data which is created in the production server also replicated to the pre-production server. So so it is three or 3+1 kind of atmosphere and landscape. Okay. Now here we try to capture how a you become a SAP consultant. So there are some question. So suppose you decided, okay, we'll go for SAP consultant. We short after career, which is done. So there is a journey against that. uh, so we try to find out what is the journey, what you need to do on that point of view, what are the steps you need to follow. From that point of view, we try to capture those things. I'll move to next slide so that we can understand better way. So so if you look into the slide, you can find out that foundation, you already have your college and university degree, and you already have some professional experience. It might be 1 2 years or 5 6 years experience in your domain knowledge or your technical background. So if you are technical background, if you're doing coding, PHP or Java, you also have some career path. So so after finishing your college and university, you are doing your professional experience, having now how Oswego and ERP can leverage out. So you have your domain knowledge, you have some kind of material background, you know where what actually happened in your domain. So uh, so with with those knowledge and with SAP knowledge, SAP is a very, SAP consider all the business knowledge in the tool itself. So once you learn SAP, you also your business domain and knowledge will expand. So you might have work in your small part of your present organization, but what are the other business model over there, what are the other functionalities happen in the large organization. So you can get to know all those terminology, all those features, all those business knowledge when you learn SAP. Now apply your domain knowledge and your SAP knowledge, and you can secure your hold in your current organization, or you can switch out a better organization which is a already run in SAP or already implementing SAP. So so it is your domain knowledge or your technical knowledge along with a SAP knowledge will give you a trajectory, or give push up from your career perspective. And you will find your uh, dream companies. And let me tell you, all the small organization cannot afford to give the SAP service, because if you consider all the big organization come into play in the SAP arena. A small organization cannot afford the whole ecosystem to support their support as well as implementation services. And by saying that, I would request Shomiran actually is from our and we touch up with Shomiran with 2018, and he is from a domain knowledge. He makes his journey to SAP consultant. I'll leave my my dias to Shomiran to give his input or his feedback so that you can understand how his journey is. Shomiran, you there?
Hello, Abhijit. Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Abhijit, I can hear you. Hello.
Shomiran, you are on mute.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you, everyone.
Okay,
Can you hear
please
me?
go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Abhijit, I would request you to present so that I'll speak only.
Okay, okay. It is. I
Please.
think this is the slide you can start on. Yeah. Thank you.
Actually, I'm not able to see your slide. Anyhow, I'll share my experience. Good evening, everyone.
Arindam, sorry. Just Shomiran. Arindam, is the slide is visible
Yeah,
from
I,
your
I
side?
can I can see it. Shomiran, you go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
I hope
I think
then.
everyone can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. So today I will share my experience in SAP journey. I started my career in the year of 2011. Uh, the fact is that my experience was basically after completing my graduation, I did my MBA in finance. Then I joined in a reputed bank, private bank in private bank. But anyhow, the private bank, you might have be very much experienced that working in a private is very difficult, because most of the time there is so much sales pressure. So I was not happy with my working in the banking sector. So at that time, the thing is that I was using the Salesforce in that bank. So I decided, let's do some coursework, and I decided to join in SAP. So I learned the SAP for 4 months. Okay, and after learning SAPs, I got an opportunity to work in a organization, okay, in HP India. So later on, I after HP India, I worked in another organization called Accenture, and after that I worked in ITC Infotech, and right now I am working in Tech Mahindra. The fact is that if you have the zeal, and you want to learn something new, then you can change your career, and so that's all about my experience. Okay, so whoever is interested, they can learn SAP. It is no barrier for learning SAP from anyone. If you are a science graduate, if you are a commerce graduate, you are an engineer background, you can learn SAP, and you can change your career track. Vijit, I would request you to continue.
Okay, thank you, Shomiran. I just wanted to add we here. Uh, with Shomiran, what Shomiran says. So in SAP world, if you wanted to be a SAP consultant, good SAP consultant in implementation project, so you need to have this kind of tool set. In the left hand side, you will get. So you need to have a tool knowledge. You need to have a functional domain knowledge. You also need to have a Excel proficiency. Along with that, when we start doing the SAP project and SAP project, you also understand the project management and as well as a business domain SME kind of things. So that because every business have their own pain point and business challenges. So once they wanted to implement ERP, they try to resolve those challenges which from their own experience, their 20-30 years of their business doing business, they don't able to solve those things. So they wanted SAP to solve their challenges. So that is very difficult from consultant point of view. Then they need to think their business model. They need to think their pain point to give their proper business a model, proper justification to for releasing their pain. So in this area, I just wanted to highlight that you identify uh, what you have already in your domain, and what skill you need to need to acquire in this journey. Find a mentor, because in any journey you need a mentor for your guidance, for your because there are a lot of content in the market. Hmm. If you go Google it, you will find lot of things. Now what to focus and what not to focus also a very critical in your journey, because if you go into wrong direction, it will take you more time to uh, time to take you the right path. So everyone to in your uh, even if we have, after doing the 15 years 20 years journey, we also found correct type of mentor who can hold me to the next level, and always work in the peer group. So you are not in this journey alone. You also need some group who has their own journey, as well as who has their own objective which you are carrying. So find out that kind of group, that will help a lot, because in this area and in this journey, you feel alone sometimes. So take a good peer group, a good mentor, and you will definitely become a new trajectory path of your career. So with that, I just thank you, Shomiran, for covering, and he is our forerunner student. I would suggest that when I touch base with Shomiran, I feel that yes, he has the zeal and curiosity to understand those things, and and he is our example to show on. Thank you, Shomiran. So moving ahead, uh, we also suggest you, because in SAP world, in SAP uh, domain knowledge, you might have a different background or different. So so just evaluate from your side where actually your background is, because if you look into that, you already have your uh, educational background, which is I hope, which is 15 or 16 years of experience, or 18 years of your educational background. Now you have 2 3 years of your experience in your domain, whatever work you would do, and you have your interest area also. Suppose you are in sales, so you don't want to sales, or you are in your domain knowledge, domain CRM, customer relationship management, or you have your HR background. So find it out where your interest is, so that find out that direction. So that direction will help you. It might take a little bit time to jump into the SAP world, but if your direction is correct, you definitely jump into this world. And for any good things, it is taking time to overcome those things. Okay. I'll I'll say, so. Just wanted to give you some perspective, how you can do a SAP consultant journey. So strong motivated candidate who want to have zeal to come into this area. This is a lucrative area, so you have to professional attitude, motivated kind of people who will start learning SAP tool and SAP functionalities. Then you grow with us, your knowledge base will increase, and it takes time. For any good things, it takes time. You need to have give your patience, you need to be motivated. From we need to have a mentor who knows this world, who knows, who can guide you. And it is your choice to get certified in SAP. And just to say that SAP certification is taking a time and a lot of effort, as well as a lot of money to get into those things. So with that, I think so if you are in different background, different things, you will come to SAP. These are the journey path, I would say. uh, with that, I think here I'll hand it over to Orisham to give you some background and some uh, perspective on this area. Orindam, handed over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Abhijit, for your insight on this entire SAP journey. Thanks, Amiran, for sharing your experience as well. So, just in continuation with what Abhijit said, there are a lot. It's a journey basically. So, where do you go to fulfill your journey? There are a lot of institutes in the market who are offering you SAP courses, right? So, I'm not saying we're the best or something like that. I will give you Oswego Learner's perspective and what advantages you are going to get if you get enrolled with us. Okay. So, Abhijit, can you go to the first slide?
Yeah, this is on.
So, before our first thing is before we enroll anyone, so we do a proper career counseling. We see their background, their experience, and according to that, their interest as well. And according to that, we suggest the best module that suits the candidate. Maybe one person has done his BCom or MCom, but he is in sales, right? So somebody who has done BCom, he'll always think I'll go for FICO, but he don't have any experience on FICO on systems. He has just In the academics, he has learned finance, but in the practical world, he has not never done a finance activities in a company. Rather, he has more experience in sales side. He knows end-to-end sales processes. So we might suggest him based on his career background and interest. We might suggest him to go for a SAP SD course, which will benefit him than doing a FICO course. Similarly, one person like Shamiran did. So Shamiran has simultaneously learned SAP SD as well as CRM. He was using some other CRM softwares in his bank, and when he came to us, we offered him SAP CRM, right? And he has excelled from there. He has learned SAP CRM. He got a very good job. Then he moved to SAP SD, and he's continuing on that. He is now again doing SAP C4 HANA, which is a higher version of SAP old CRM. Orgoda, can you go on mute, please? Thank you. So, career counseling is the first thing that we do. This is very important. If you go into a wrong module in a wrong direction, it will be very difficult for you to manage to get into a correct job. So maybe you do a wrong module, you're not interested into that. After a few days, few months of learning SAP, you lose interest. So we don't want anybody who are investing money to learn SAP after few months, you lose interest and leave this field. So proper career counseling is something which you do, and we have experts from industry to help you identify the correct module for you. Next slide, please. After we do a career counseling, you decided to join us in a particular module. We have a proven technical methodology which we use for our training, right? So first thing is hands-on training. We do not do PPT based training, right? PPTs will be there for theories, but you will have your own system. Will give you access to latest S4 HANA systems, wherein you should be able to practice whatever you are learning in our classrooms, right? It's a 24 by 7 access. You should be able to do it on yourself. Secondly, all our faculties are having 10 plus years of SAP experience. We do not train our students with our past students who have never worked on system. All our faculties, teachers are from industry who are either coming from IBM or TCS or some Indian multinational companies to train you. You will get the best faculties possible in the industry. Okay, and most of these faculties are interview panel members in their own organizations, so they know what exactly is asked in the interview sessions, right? So they will help you to get prepared for the interviews. So you will learn from the best faculties, you will get prepared from the best faculties. We don't end our journey here. After the training, we give you a live project. Live in the sense we give you an exact blueprint that is done in the live scenario. You will be giving you a system. You will have your peers who are working in a different modules. For example, if you have learned SAP SD, you do not know what happens in SAP FICO or a SAP MM. Will form a team wherein you will have a FICO guy, you will have a MM guy, you will have a PP guy, you will have ABAPers who will collaboratively create a project in our system. They will have to develop the entire thing, whatever we do in real life projects, right? So this will help you to understand what exactly happens in the industry. You do not need to guess during your interview and give wrong answers. So you will exactly know what happens in the industry. You will never feel that you have not worked before. You will feel that you have already worked for some time in SAP environment. You will know all the technical terms, whatever Avijit has said in last half an hour. You will know all the technical terms. When interviewers will ask you some question, you will not feel that what is it? I have never heard this. You will not come to this situation because all the projects will do will use the actual implementation methodologies which SAP follows. Will have all documentation done, all will have scrum meetings, whatever we do in the real life project, so that you feel at ease whenever you are going for an interview, right? And most important thing, we have a knowledge group. Oswego has his own knowledge group that consists of all our past students who are working in various companies and the faculty members who are from different industries, right? So if you have a query that, boss, I am stuck in here, I need to solve this problem, you don't need to wait for your faculty to answer you. There are other guys who have faced this problem earlier, they will help you out. So in that group, we share a lot of knowledge documents on the SAP recent trends, a particular problem which somebody has faced in his project, and their solution, so that others who might not have faced this problem today, but they can have a solution ready in future. Whenever they face this kind of problem, they can refer it and solve it quickly. They don't need to go and around here and there to figure that out. So this peer learning, peer group is very important in a SAP career, right? You need to know from your peers what is happening in the other side. Suppose you are company working company X, your friend is working company Y, we should always interact was what are you doing in your project, so that you get some insight from there as well, and you can implement some of them in your project. So this peer learning is very important. So we have a knowledge group wherein we help all our students with the best in the class knowledge from the industry, with our ex students, with our faculties, and you get ready made solutions to your problems, right? Can you move to next slide, Avijit? Ah, Next is our training material. All our training materials are world class, I would say. You will get all SAP materials, which you will not normally get in the market. You'll get authentic SAP materials that are published by SAP Press. Secondly, we have our own materials which will explain you the business scenarios in the real life situations and the solution to all of this, right? We provide you also 1,000+ interview questions and certification questions as well. If somebody is interested in doing a certification from SAP, we help you on that. And if somebody can go through all these questions, SAP books, and whatever we teach in the class, you'll be through in the interviews. But if we give you 100% effort, you need to provide, you need to, from your side, you need to give 200%, because there is no alternative to hard work. Whatever documentation we provide, whatever training methodology we use, whatever help we do, if you do not spend that much of time in the system or learning SAP, we are sorry. So if we give 100% on you, if we spend 100% time on you, you'll have to spend 200%. Hard work is the final word. I'll not say that if you join us and anyway you'll get a job. No, you will have to work equally hard that we do for our students. Okay, so regarding training material, we give you world class training materials with interview questions, solutions that will help you to crack any interview. We'll give you actual business blueprint documents that are used in various implementation projects that will help you to understand what exactly happens in the implementation projects. Okay, yeah, Vijay, please, next slide, please. So after we give you a project training, after you complete your course, your interview preparation session starts. Now, lot of us will not know how to face interview in a SAP for a SAP job, right? They will not have their CVs prepared, how to write a CV with your experience, how to answer to the questions, which questions you can avoid to answer, which questions you need to answer, and the way you answer. Some of you will have a little communication skill problem, so we'll give a grooming session so that you can face the actual interviewers. We'll do a mock interviews. So before you go for an interview, we'll do end to end grooming for you, starting from your technical knowledge, your functional business knowledge, your CV preparation, your professional grooming, as well as we'll do a series of mock interviews. And there is no limit to this. Till the time you get a job, till the time you get a job, we'll continue to do this for you. Okay. Avijit, can you share it again?
Okay, just a minute. I think it's on.
Okay. And finally, the most important thing is if you are enrolling for a course, you will need to know what kind of placement assistance we do. Right. Finally, that's why you are joining the course. Right. So these are some of the companies where our past students has got placed, and you have one example already with you. Shamiran who works in Tech Mahindra, and he was earlier with ITC and Accenture and all. Right. And we have a dedicated placement cells. We have tied up recently with one of the leading companies in Kolkata. Uh, there are we are their sole resource partners. So whenever there is a requirement, they come back to us first and then to others. Similarly, we are co-partners with a lot of companies in Kolkata and outside. So we get the requirements from them, and as you complete the interview preparation process, and we get the requirements from our clients, we start sending you for interviews. And we'll not say that okay, we have given you 3 interviews, I cannot give you any more. So as on when we get the requirements, we'll keep on sending you, okay, till the time you get a suitable job opening. But we need to be very clear on that. In SAP industry is important. You need to get into a job in SAP as a consultant. Okay. After that, rest of the things will follow by itself. Right. Entry is important in SAP industry, and that is tough. As I told you, you need to go through a whole lot of process. You need to get your technical knowledge corrected. You need to enhance your technical skills. You need to know business processes. You need to be groomed how you are going to say something on interviews. You need to do all this. After that, you will be getting a job in any of the organizations. This entry path is very difficult, but with proper guidance and preparation, you should be able to get into a job. Once you get a job, then sky is the limit. And you know the names where we have already placed, and any big company you name today, they use SAP. So it is said that 70% of business transaction in the world is done in some or the other SAP system. So if we create 100 sales orders overall in the globe, 70 of the sales orders will be created in any or the other SAP system, right? So this is the this is the kind of market SAP has. So I would request you guys to grab this opportunity. I am not saying that you need to join us to do this. You can join other institutes as well, but this is the offering we do. Okay, and I think we are one of the our pricing is one of the lowest in Kolkata.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, you may go to the next slide, please, Abhijit. Okay, once you're done with your SAP training course and all, if you are interested to do a SAP certification, okay, we help you on that as well. SAP has two platforms to do certification. One is Open SAP, that is free of cost. SAP does not charge anything for doing a certification on Open SAP. You can do it today itself, right? You need to register to this site open.sap.com. There are a lot of courses listed over there. You need to register for one of these courses. You need to complete the entire training and you will get a Open SAP certificate badge like this. The other option we have, what SAP is offering today, is via SAP Learning Hub. That's a costly affair. Earlier it used to be earlier, still that is easy today, a little cheaper than earlier. Earlier any SAP certification would have costed you around 3.5 lakhs. Okay, but if you are trained in SAP, you know the SAP subjects, you can register for direct certifications now through SAP Learning Hub. Okay, and the cost is around, I guess, 35 to 40,000, and with that you can do 6 certifications in SAP. But before that, the prerequisite is you need to learn SAP. That subject you choose to certify, you need to learn it from somewhere else. So at our institute, we follow SAP Learning Hub certification path. Whatever SAP suggests, we follow the exact path. So that if some of our students want to do a SAP certification, they can easily do that. We'll give you certification dumps, we'll give you the certification ebooks, whatever SAP follows. If you go to SAP classroom, whatever they will train you, we'll also train you the same thing, and we'll give you the same materials. Okay, so that if somebody want to spend a bit more, do a SAP certification of their own, they can do it easily. Okay, uh, I think that's all from my side. I've explained the Oswego offering. Now the session is open for questions. So if any one of you have any questions, doubts regarding your career path, your Oswego's offering, any product on SAP, please go ahead. Anyone, any question?
Okay, just to add over here that after this call, I think we'll share this presentation and questionnaires. So frequently asked question we also shared. So so if you your question and doubt already clear over there, it is okay. Otherwise, we'll share those questionnaires as well as.
Okay, you can ask in any language. কেউ বাংলায় বলতে চাইলে বাংলায় বলতে পারে, no problem. বাংলা হিন্দি যে যেটাতে কমফোর্টেবল, কোনো কোশ্চেন থাকলে উইদাউট এনি ডাউট জিজ্ঞাসা করতে পারো। এনি কোশ্চেন রিগার্ডিং এসএপি মার্কেট, এসএপি কেরিয়ার পাথ নিয়ে কারো যদি কোনো ডাউট থাকে। Okay, so I hope nobody is having any question. So everybody could understood whatever we have told in last 1 hour. So that's nice. So uh, mm,
I think
we have,
there are some chat question.
we have noted that down.
Okay, okay,
So
okay, fine.
Arjun had some question. He has left the conversation.
Okay.
Okay. And one more thing, we'll have this kind of knowledge seminars very often. Every Sunday, we'll have these seminars. So today we have done an overall presentation. So next week we will circulate the topic. So our basic idea is to spread the awareness of SAP. Okay, you need not necessarily be, enrolled with us. You can join these knowledge seminars, and you will get a lot of insights. We'll get industry faculties, industry experts in this uh, webinars, and they will give their insights. So every week we'll get somebody from industry. They'll speak about their experience, and we'll also start doing this for specific areas. Say for sales and distribution, the person who is working as a sales executive today, how we can get into a SAP SD consultant role. A person who is working in Tally ERP in finance, how he can get into SAP finance. Okay, a person who is working in a plant maintenance role in any of the manufacturing plant, if he can come to SAP plant maintenance module. So we'll have all this kind of seminars, this kind of knowledge sessions every week. So please stay tuned. Um, Log into this. We'll have the same link. We'll send you the invitations as well separately every week. So try to join these sessions so that you gain some knowledge on SAP world. And if you wish to enroll with us, that's a separate thing. But don't hesitate to join us in these seminars, because these are not for, um, this is not restricted to the persons who are joining us. It's for everybody. It's open to all. If you have your friends who wish to learn something on SAP, there is no charge on this webinar. It's free of cost for everyone. So please invite them as well. We'll love to share our knowledge, our industry faculty's knowledge with you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
I think Arindam, the time is we are need to also guide by time. So if everything is okay, I think I'll leave everyone to give their mm,
Sure, sure, sure.
yeah. Thank you. I have to
Yeah,
join
thanks.
another call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Thanks everyone for joining the call.
Mm.
See you again next week. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Abhijit,
you.
for spending time with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rajat, we'll call you separately. We have got your question. We'll call you separately. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.